monthly meeting. Today is March 21st, 2023. First item on the agenda is public comment. Anybody sign up to speak? Nobody's speaking this morning. All right. Next item is a review and approval of the meeting minutes from our last meeting.
Motion approved.
So we've got a motion from Mr. Franklin, a second from Mr. Strange. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Next item is the financials. Do you want to introduce them?
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, board members. Good morning.
Good morning.
Councilman, and good morning, Vice Mayor.
Probably vice for short, right?
I'm here today to present our auditors, our CPAs who are providing our financial reports for fiscal year 2022. We have Logan with us today and Lauren from Cherry Becker. So I'm going to allow them to move forth with providing you the results of the reporting. Thank you.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for having us here this morning to present the results of the June 30, 2022 audit of the Virginia Beach Development Authority. My name is Laura Harden. I am the audit director on the engagement, and Logan Booth is the senior manager who worked on the audit as well. So the most important slide probably is the results of the audit. So we did perform an audit of the financial statements of the authority for the year ended June 30, 2022. We issued our report on March 8th, 2023. And we did issue an unmodified opinion on the financial statements. That is the best opinion that you can receive as a result of your audit. We also perform auditing under government auditing standards as well as compliance with the Virginia Auditor of Public Accounts specifications for authorities, boards, and commissions. I am pleased to report that we did not have any instances of non-compliance as a result of our audit procedures. We also did not identify what we call material weaknesses in internal control over financial reporting. If we identified any material weaknesses or significant deficiencies, those would be reported to you today. As a result of our audit, we could find things that are called corrected or uncorrected misstatements. Corrected misstatements are things that we identify as a result of our audit procedures that management elects to correct, and similarly, uncorrected misstatements are things we identify but management decides to not correct. I am pleased to tell you that we did not have either any corrected or uncorrected misstatements that we found as a result of our audit procedures. Okay, and Logan is going to go over the rest of our presentation.
Alrighty, so within the financial statements, management identifies the significant accounting policies that they adopt, and those are disclosed in note 1 of the financial statements. There was a new auditing standard implemented in fiscal year 2022 as it relates to leases. That is GASB statement number 87, and that is disclosed in note 6 of the financial statements. The authority does transact with the city, and those are identified as related party transactions. So we apply certain specific audit procedures just to ensure the transactions with the city are in the normal course of business and they're fairly accounted for and properly reported. We did not identify any issues as it relates to related party transactions. We did not discover any significant unusual transactions that the authority transacted during the year. Within the financial statements, there are accounting estimates that are based on management estimates, and most notably is the authority's land held for resale, and that is accounted for at the lower of cost or the market value. So we do apply specific audit procedures to ensure that they are properly reporting the value of their land held for resale. And then our audit procedures also ensure the financial statements are complete and they include all the required disclosures. And again, there was a new disclosure as it relates to the GASB statement number 87 for leases. Auditing standards do require that we are independent of the authority, and I can affirm today that our firm is indeed independent. We do not provide any non-attest services, and if we did, we would be required to disclose them to you all today. The auditing standards also include some communications that are required to be provided to you all as management. Over the course of the audit, we didn't encounter any difficulties or disagreements with management. Katrina and her group were very pleasant to work with, and it was a very great experience. We're not aware of any third-party CPA firm consultations that were made with other auditing firms. And at the conclusion of the audit, we did receive a management representation letter dated the same date as our report date. Again, over the course of the audit, there are various discussions with management to ensure things are properly accounted and reported in the financial statements, and those were all in the normal course of the audit. We did not uncover any other findings or any issues that we would have needed to report to you all today. And we did not discover any fraud or illegal acts as a result of our audit. And there are no concerns over going concern for the authority on a go-forward basis. And lastly, just some other items that are included in the financial statements, and those are required supplementary information, supplemental information, and other information. The required supplementary information include the MD&A in the front of the financial statement, and we do provide some limited review procedures over the required supplementary information, but we do not express an opinion over the supplementary information. And then for the supplemental information, we review those items as it relates to the basic financial statements, and our opinion on the supplemental information is with respect to the basic financial statements. And lastly, just there is an upcoming accounting standard that will be effective for fiscal year 2023 that we will be working with finance on to make sure the accounting is appropriate and it's appropriately adopted in the financial statements. So with that, that's all of our items that we are required to disclose to you all today, and we'll open it up to any questions.
Any questions for the auditors? All right, hearing none, thank you very much, both of you, for providing that. We enjoy seeing you once a year.
Thank you so much.
All right, now we'll have a regular review of our financials.
Good morning, everyone, once again. I am here to provide the February 2023's financial reporting. We have your operating account summary for February 2023. Beginning cash, February 1st, 2023, $2,555,491. We have the grand total significant cash receipts, $850,709. And as I'm showing here, I've itemized those items for you to see what, how we derive to that total. Significant cash disbursements. The grand total of significant cash disbursements is $160,493. I've also itemized those as well so that you can see how we derive to that total. Ending cash as of February 28th, 2023, $3,139,255. Moving along to your incentive and initiative account summary as of February 2023. The beginning cash of February 1st, 2023 was $2,645,647. Significant cash receipts, grand total of significant cash receipts is $396,382. And I've itemized those items as well. The significant cash disbursements, grand total of significant cash dispersed is $10,923. Ending cash February 28th, 2023 is $3,030,929. Okay, moving on to the EDIP grant summary reporting for February 2023. Beginning BBDA EDIP grant balance is $3,595,771. We had earned interest and activity analysis fees totaling $21. We had no EDIP expired or closed for this period, nor did we have any grants approved for BBDA for this period. Our ending grant funding available as of February 2023 is $3,595,792, in which I provided a report for you with the details. Okay, and that concludes my financial report, Madam Chair.
Thank
And
you.
Board.
Any questions for Katrina on this month's?
Just real quick, do we hold that balance internally?
Do we, you said it?
That balance internally?
Yes, okay, so on that sheet that I provided for you, I've itemized everything out. And the cash that we have internally in the bank is $1,537,084.04. And then we have the CIP appropriations each year that accumulatively that provides that total. So this is what we have for EDIP balance, to answer your question.
So I was just thinking, can we put that in like a money marker or something, get 3 or 4%?
We do, we have that in the money, we have those funds. They are in a money market, earning interest and all of that.
So the $21, is that,
That's just the interest that we've earned, like, it's like $200 and something, and then, of course, they have the analysis fees, which offsets and makes that difference as of 20, that's how we derive to the $21.
Important to note, the one of the findings coming out of the 2018 audit done by the city auditor encouraged the city to leave EDIP funds in the sort of city budget until we need them to draw them down to management payment. So it's important to know, of that $3.5 million, the majority is sitting in a city account and a treasury account that we have not pulled into our account.
got it.
We could consider that, but they're paying for 3 or 4%. That's right. I mean, so, and admittedly, the reason we're asking us not to do that is because the treasurer is harvesting that and wants to keep it over there. But that said, we'll have that conversation and circle back. You're absolutely right. It's worth looking at.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. The next item on the agenda is a request for approval of a resolution with regard to some facade improvement grants. Emily? Chris.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, council member, vice mayor. Emily Archer, project coordinator for economic development. I'm going to hand it over to Svetla in a minute. This was really, she took on the great management role of this program this year. This is really our small matching grant program we have for small local businesses that matches facade improvements up to $10,000. The minimum's $1,000 for any exterior, improvements that they're making to their building, whether they lease or they own. We typically have $100,000 in the budget, but if there was unused funds from the program last fiscal year, they're rolled into this, so our total for this year was $446,000. It's performance-based, so we're not, the resolution that if you approve it today, they have to complete the improvements, then we reimburse them after the fact with paid invoices for the work they actually complete. And then we like them to do it within 6 months. Again, these are kind of short, fast improvements. They can get a 1 month, 2 month extension for 8 months, but usually no more than that, or it has to come back for you all. This is the kind of the third year we did it, but a summary of last year, just so you can see, we had 37 applicants last year and 19 were advanced for grants. All but 2 of them completed the improvements. And a few of them came in a little bit lower than what they had originally intentioned, so we actually had an extra $19,000 left over that we rolled into this year's. This year, We had 26 total applications and 17 are advancing. So we'd like to think, even though there's less applications this year, there were more, there were better applications and they're easier to qualify. And so we hope our messaging is getting a little better about what's what's going to be funded. As the applications come in, we rank them by if their application's complete, if they provided everything we've asked them to. If the business is eligible, we define a small business, any 50 or less employees, no national franchises, less than 3 locations. Are the proposed improvements they're proposing eligible? So if it's an exterior versus interior, we didn't count anything interior. And we like it to be visible as possible from the right of way so the public sees the improvements that are being made. And then if they get an extra point too if they're a woman, minority, or veteran-owned business as well. So you'll see the rankings through here. If there are 4, they got all 4. If there are 3, they're probably missing the SWAM or the veteran-owned, but we all thought the ones you're seeing today advanced. And then we had a grant review committee that consisted of a council member, a VBDA member, thank you, Ronnie, a member of city manager's office, thank you, Taylor, a member of economic development, and the planning department that all convened and reviewed all the applications we felt were qualified and advanced the ones that you're going to see today. So with that, I'll hand it over to Svetla, who's done a great job of ranking them and qualifying them and speaking with all the businesses to go through them today. Thank you, Emily. Good morning.
I just want to go back to the previous slide really quick. This map here represents all the applications we collected this year. The red dot, the red point is the not qualified. The blue is the qualified that you'll see today, 15 of those, and we have 1 pending. So I'm bringing to you 14 applications that were shortlisted and recommended by the grant review committee out of the 15. We work assiduously with each applicant to collect their disclosures. However, we were not able to provide, we were not able to get one from one of the applicants, and we'll bring that to you at your next meeting. So, the way they're organized, we organized them in the order we received them, with the exception of number 14, which was added last. On each slide, you'll see the ranking for the company. As Emily mentioned, 4 is the highest point somebody could get, and you also see the district at the bottom of the page. So the first applicant is Cosmo's Corner, which is located not far from the intersection of Corn Road and Lynnhaven Parkway. This is the existing building, which they recently purchased. And they will be doing extensive renovations to the facade, install 2 new metal doors, repairing and repainting the caps, installing new signs, and they have also proposed a fence. The total project capital investment, including the interior and exterior, is over $600,000. The estimated facade investment that we're considering for this program is $94,000, and the grant recommendation is for 10. Railways at Mayflower. This building, applicant also ranked 4. It is located at the ocean front. It's a restaurant. They'll be updating the patio, installing new awning and signage, and repainting the concrete floor. This is some of their proposed improvements. The estimated investment is $22,000, and the grant recommendation is for 10. The next applicant is Align Chiropractic and Wellness. They will be installing a new sign. Currently, they just have a banner. The estimated facade investment is $5,395, and the grant recommendation is for $2,697. The next one is Mal-Bun Properties, Bunn Insurance Agency. This business is located not far from Culver Business Park, which is here. And they will be replacing, the project consists of replacing those 6 windows on the front of the building. They're also proposing a fence on the back, removing the monument sign, installing a bench for the employees, and also upgrading the sign on the front. And basically, they will also improve the landscaping on the front of the building. The estimated investment is $18,800, and the grant recommendation is for $9,400. The next one is First Class Assets. It is a real estate company. The company will be improving significantly the building that you'll see here on the right. And this building dates back to 1936. They will install new windows, doors, walls, and updating these outdated structures. These are the improvements they submitted to us for this award, the main entrance and the windows above which are these. The total estimated investment for this company will be $750,000, and the estimated facade investment that, like I said, the one they submitted is for $22,000. The grant recommendation is for $10,000. The next one is Cook Development Corporation, trading as Cadillac Motel and Cottages. These historic cottages have welcomed guests since 1976. They're located at the ocean front. This award is for one of the cottages that they will be installing and painting, power washing the exterior, installing some brick molding. Here's some existing photos. The estimated investment is for $11,000. The grant recommendation is for half of that. The Lesner Catering Club. This is an event venue. The applicant is considering possibly rebranding and renaming the venue to Shutters on the Inland. They will have new front doors and new awning, replacing the existing exterior door, and this is the proposed facade they're contemplating. They submitted estimates for the entrance door only, and that is estimated $20,900. The grant recommendation is for $10,000. Lakeshore Property is the next applicant. They will install 9 parking lots, light poles, which date back, which were first constructed in 1984. So these are the existing, not in good shape. Those are the tenants in front of you. The estimated investment is for $19,800. The grant recommendation is for $9,900. Dan Miller and Associates doing business as law offices of Daniel J. Miller is the next applicant. The applicant will be painting the brick exterior and replacing the current sign on the back that is facing 264. The estimated investment is for nearly $21,000. The grant recommendation is for $10,000. Wealth Avenue is the next applicant. They'll install a border to maintain the front facade and improve the curb appeal of the building that is facing Bonney Road. The capital investment is $3,865. The grant recommendation is for $1,931. Assistant Medical Services doing business as Veterinary Hospital, Virginia Beach. This is a veterinary hospital. The applicant has plans to expand the outdoor exam room. As you can see, I'll show you in a minute. They will also install new LED lights on this sign here. Replace windows with energy efficient units, and this is where they're envisioning the new exam room, which will be connected with sidewalks to the main building. They will preserve the existing trees, and that's the location of this building, which will be built in accordance with the city building codes. some landscaping will be also incorporated with this project. The estimated investment is for $48,247. The grant recommendation is for 10. Number 12 on the list is Lynnhaven International. This business will be renovating the staircase, adding risers and LED riser lights, and also replacing all 98 windows. This is the existing images. These are the tenants. The estimated project investment is $122,000, and the grant recommendation is for 10. Number 13, Jim White Fitness Nutrition, doing business as Jim White Fitness Studios. The project consists of updating the landscaping on the front of the building that is facing First Colonial Road. The estimated investment is $7,600, and the grant recommendation is for $3,844. And the last one for today is Pacific Moon Sun, doing business as Coco Korean Fried Chicken and Crawfors. This project will consist of installing 2 building signs, one on the front and one in the back, which is facing Virginia Beach Boulevard. Currently, they just have a banner. So the one to your left is the existing one, and these are the proposed. The estimated investment for both signs is $12,122, and the grant recommendation is for $6,061. So these 14 I just showed to you will be in the amount, come to the amount of the grant recommend, the awards request come to $109,385. And as Emily mentioned, they're performance-based, so the company has 6 months to perform with 1 2-month extension, and we'll be collecting invoices and making sure the improvements were done. So the recommendation today is for the approval of those 14 awards requests in the amount of $109,385 as presented, and advance the remaining applicant to the next BBDA meeting.
Great. Any questions? This is a wonderful program, and as you all can see from the slides, this is going to be a huge improvement. I have not had a chance to vet the applicants and all the landlords, so I'm going to abstain, but that's the only reason I'm going to abstain, because I don't want to approve something where my firm has any kind of representation.
I'm going to abstain as well, as I was part of the review committee, so I don't know. Does that take us out of quorum?
No, I think you're okay.
You're okay? All right.
You're not required.
You're just our liaison.
All right.
All right.
Financial interests, correct.
A motion to approve.
So we've got a motion from Mr. Franklin.
Second.
And a second from Winter. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Thank you. Good to see all of the improvements around town. Next item on the agenda, it is a request for resolution granting an easement.
Great. Morning again. So this is hopefully a quick one. There's a small cell tower that was installed. This is in Town Center along Bank Street, right here. And in order to get power to it, they have to pull power from the boulevard at a power pole here. Their original proposal had it coming down Market Street, and there was too many conflicts with water and gas in the street. So they were proposing to do it just out, just within the right of way, but it would have removed all of the hedges around the parking lot along Market Street. So here's the hedgerow that would have been removed. They're trying to bring it right through there. There are small cell design guidelines for the city that says you can't disrupt existing vegetation in the right of way to install your small cell infrastructure, even though they have the franchise with the city and they have rights to do so. So we've been working with them. They propose to come through the parking lot and the yellow line as shown. As a reminder, the Development Authority owns the parking lot, that's why it's before you today. The line's owner is Verizon, and we said we'll bring it to the board, but we would like you to agree to that When the property does get developed, the cost to move this line eventually when it moves is back on Verizon, not on us. And that the disruption to the parking lot's minimal, it's a board ideally, cars can still park on it. And that hedge line along Market Street remains. So I believe the ordinance has those conditions in it, the resolution for you today.
Any questions for Emily? Guarantee you nobody noticed there were antennas on that light pole, making it a small cell site. And I will, I do work for Verizon, so I will have to abstain from the vote on this one.
Too many clients.
Just being careful.
Motion to approve.
All right, so we've got a motion from Mr. Franklin, second from Mr. Standing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Again, I abstain. That motion carries. Thank you. Thank you. Administrative information. Any information that commissioners would like to bring before you? Anybody have any updates on any projects? All right, hearing none. I have none. We'll go to Taylor's. Going to give us a report, I think.
Morning, Madam Chair, members of the authority. Some generally good news today. To start, want to thank all of you for the work that you continue to do in our community to help us really move into the role of being a regional leader. Virginia Beach, largest city in the Commonwealth, also certainly the largest city in this region, and one of the things that our team has been focused on of late is finding ways to focus on regional leadership opportunities that sort of propel not just our economy forward, but the economy for the region forward. One of those is something that we've been working on with Hampton Roads Alliance and our Workforce Council. I want to thank our own Gunter Weisenseal for his leadership in this space. We've been invited by some of our manufacturers to bring a delegation to Germany this summer to look at the German workforce training model and to look at specifically what it is that our international manufacturers need in an employee that's ready and trainable for those uses. So we're very excited about that. We're taking, we anticipate that this will be a broad cross-functional group that will include, we hope that members of our own city council will go, as well as our school board, but also Hampton representation from the Hampton Roads Alliance, from the Workforce Council, from our community colleges and universities. And so a great opportunity for us to show regional leadership. I'll pause for a minute and say, Gunter, did I miss anything? Is there anything you want to add to that?
Oh, no, you just got the point out, yes. That's good. Yeah. It's really about showing what apprenticeships are, how they're being done, and also getting the leaders of the schools, the colleges, and also together and show them what it is, and maybe we can copy whatever we can use.
So often we hear from employers, especially in the manufacturing sector, that they can't find employees here. So this will hopefully give us the opportunity to train up our own workforce.
Which leads to the next thing I wanted to announce, which is, and it's the reason why this is so important. This weekend, if you're in Virginia Beach, you may hear a lot of different languages, particularly if you're at a resort. The reason is we're going to have 65 prospects in town and 55 companies from 8 different countries. And so I want to extend thanks to my team, specifically to Laura Chalk, learning not to say Hayes. That's right, but Laura Chalk and her team for continuing to build out what is our International Partnering Forum pre-conference event weekend. So this is specifically around renewable energy. Once a year, the Business Network for Offshore Wind hosts the global renewable energy community in the United States. We have used that as an opportunity to bring prospects that we are working into our region to see not just Virginia Beach. Obviously, the event happens in Virginia Beach, and that is certainly where the bulk of the time is spent, but also the Port of Virginia and some of the other regional locations that again potentially offer lift for the entire economy, not just for our economy. We know that generally speaking, the companies that we recruit, where they may need deep water access and that might push them to another community, we know that the executives more times than not will choose to live here in Virginia Beach. And so as a result, we see this as core to our mission. And Laura's team has done a great job. And I'll just hit those numbers again: 65 different prospects, 55 different companies from 8 different countries will be in Virginia Beach this weekend. And if you want to know from a prospecting standpoint, that's about as good as anybody in the country can do. And so really proud of that team. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to mention before I get out of the way. What's that? The amphitheater, thank you. Many of you would have seen in the news that we had, unfortunately, a fire at our amphitheater. Quickly to remind the community, that is our facility. It is not owned, it is operated by Live Nation, but it is owned by the public. And so, one, we want to express both sorrow and gratitude for what the team at Live Nation went through initially, but also in the way that they have quickly responded. The great news that we can announce today is structurally the facility is usable. Obviously, there's some repairs that have to be made, some renovations that are going to happen on the back end of this. But the great news is we are going to have a season at the amphitheater this year, and that's the big announcement from us today. We will, our partners at Live Nation, and just continuing to demonstrate the great partner they've been for the last 30 years. Live Nation's going to deliver that season this year, and so we're excited about that. Obviously, this is going to be a great season. It's to have a full season at the amphitheater, but then also the Something in the Water Festival happening in about 6 weeks. Well, so actually, in 4 weeks, Bulls and Barrels Rodeo. In 6 weeks, Something in the Water, and then we get into to early June, the Jackalope Festival, followed by Beach It. First half of this season is going to be outstanding, and we're so excited to be able to show the community again the power of this destination, and more importantly, the power of the sand, and what it means when we activate the sand here, and then use our resources together. The next thing that Alex wanted me to cover is that, and Alex, I'm going to lean to you to make sure I get this right, but we have made it with Atlantic Park, and so
Yay.
it is I want to thank our city council. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank my team for your patience and persistence with us, and your commitment to this project. More importantly, I want to thank the team at Venture, who just did incredible work to keep this project moving, to keep us going forward. We'll have more on this, but as closings are happening, we wanted to make sure that you all were aware of that. But I don't want to get ahead of any announcements that are coming here. I just want to tell you that it is an exciting day in the city of Virginia Beach, and I want to speak to how, just express how grateful I am to all of our partners in this space.
That's great news.
That's all I have.
Anything else for the group? All right, and hearing none, thank you, Taylor. The chair will entertain a motion to recess into closed session pursuant to the exemptions from open meetings allowed by Section 2.2-3711A Code of Virginia as amended for the following purposes. Contracts, discussion of the award of a public contract involving the expenditure of public funds, including interviews of bidders or offers, and discussion of the terms or scope of such contract, where discussion in an open session would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the public body pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A29, and that applies to districts 2, 4, and 5. Legal matters, consultation with legal counsel employed or retained by a public body regarding specific legal matters requiring the provision of legal advice by such counsel pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A8, and that applies to District 2. And prospective business or industry, discussion concerning a prospective business or industry or the expansion of an existing business or industry where no previous announcement has been made of the business or industry's interest and locating or expanding its facilities in the community pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A5, and that relates to Districts 3 and 5. Motion, please.
Motion.
Motion from Mr. Strange,
Second.
a second from Gunter, and a roll call vote, please.
William Brown,
Yes.
Taylor Franklin,
Yes.
Lisa Murphy,
Yes.
Ronnie Parker,
Yes.
Mike Standing,
Yes.
Mr. Strange.
Yes.
Gunther Vicencio.
Yes.
That's all?